On Live, anything can happen, and when it does, the whole world watches. Television has already been the stage for epic, emotional, funny moments, and also for true disasters that no one managed to forget. From unbelievable blunders to disastrous technical failures, passing through interviews that spun totally out of control, these episodes prove that, in front of the cameras, improvisation is not always your best friend. That is exactly what we are going to see here today. In March of 2017, during a Skype interview by Professor Robert Kelly for BBC World News about the political crisis in South Korea, an iconic and unexpected moment happened. The professor was analyzing the impeachment of the then president of South Korea that year when his 4-year-old daughter Marion walked in, followed shortly after by baby James in a walker. The BBC host noticed and commented, while Kelly stayed calm and tried to continue with the interview. His wife ran in, grabbed the children, and shut the door, allowing Kelly to return to the subject with a brief apology. The scene became memorable, perfectly showing the challenges of home office amid family responsibilities. The video went viral on social networks, with millions of views after being shared by the BBC itself, becoming a meme of modern culture. During a special edition of the program's Sports Final, WBZ-TV sports anchor Steve Burton starred in an unusual scene by trying to restrain an alligator that had been brought to the studio by a guest herpetologist. The animal, apparently startled by another reptile present or by some stimulus in the environment, began thrashing forcefully while Burton tried to keep it steady in his arms. The situation quickly spun out of control, and the host had to show cool blood and strength to keep the alligator from completely breaking free. The herpetologist soon intervened to regain control of the animal, but the moment had already become hilarious and viral among viewers.
No, hold him tight. Hold him tight. Hold him tight. I am. Hold him tight. I am. You got him. I am. Oh, it's okay.
Later, Burton commented, jokingly, that the alligator was much stronger than it looked, and that he definitely was not okay during the scene, drawing laughs from the audience and his colleagues at the station. The episode happened around 2016 and is still remembered as one of the most unusual moments in American sports television. On December 13th of 2017, just before reporter Amy DuPont was to go live for a weather report, her cameraman decided to play with her, making a snowball and throwing it in her direction, and a very funny scene happened. At that moment, the snowball hit her face with a certain force that not even he expected, so much so that immediately after the impact, the cameraman ran to apologize and help wipe the snow from the reporter's face. Despite the scare, Amy DuPont kept her composure, cleaned her face, and soon went on the air for her report, showing professionalism.
I'm so sorry!
In a joke during the broadcast, she commented something like the fact that that kind of snow was great for making snowballs, ironically referencing the situation. An unusual interview became one of the most watched things on the internet at the time due to the bizarre answer that a city councilman from Imperatriz in Maranhão, Brazil, gave when asked how he worked in his term. The reporter, who was in the city council chamber, approached the councilman and asked him, saying that many claimed he, as a councilman, did exactly what the mayor told him, and whether that was really what happened or if he would go against the mayor when necessary. His answer ended up being emblematic, since he turns to the reporter and says, "I go against the people." Yes, he said that. See for yourself.
O senhor estaria disposto a ir contra a vontade do prefeito?
Eu vou contra a vontade do povo.
Of course, very likely he got mixed up with his words and answered wrong, especially because it would make no sense to say that, since it is exactly the people who elect him and put him where he is. But it is still very funny and ended up becoming a big meme. In March of 2017, Ghanaian striker Mohamed Anas, then a player for Free State Stars in South Africa, went viral after an embarrassing slip during a post-match interview. After scoring 2 goals in a 2-2 draw against Ajax Cape Town, he was awarded Man of the Match. Upon receiving the award, Anas began his speech by thanking the fans and next said, "I want to thank my wife and my girlfriend." Immediately, he tried to correct the mistake, saying, "I mean my wife, sorry, my wife. I love you so much, from the bottom of my heart." The video quickly spread across social networks, becoming one of the most talked about moments in sports media. In an interview with the BBC, Anas explained that he referred to his daughter as girlfriend, a term of endearment in his culture, and, of course, the explanation made the situation even stranger.
And I appreciate my fans also. My wife and my girlfriend. I'm so sorry, my wife, Lizzo.
Despite the attempt to clarify, the incident generated many memes and jokes online, with internet users playing around with the situation. Anas, in turn, took the buzz with good humor, acknowledging that his slip had become a global phenomenon. On November 20th of 2017, the implosion of the Georgia Dome, a historic stadium in Atlanta, was broadcast live by several networks, including the Weather Channel, which did not count on a big, unforeseen event. During the broadcast, an unusual incident occurred. A bus from Atlanta's Public Transit Authority suddenly appeared in front of the camera, blocking the view of the exact moment of the implosion. The bus remained parked for about 20 seconds, exactly during the detonation, causing the live coverage to miss the main event. The cameraman, visibly frustrated, could be heard shouting, "Get out of the way, bus!" while the vehicle completely blocked the scene.
Bus! Get out of the way, bus! Are you...
The situation quickly went viral, being widely shared on social networks as a classic example of a live photobomb. For those who don't know, the expression photobomb refers to the practice of ruining a photograph with a sudden and unwanted appearance in the background. This can occur intentionally or accidentally. In Porto Velho, in Rondônia, Brazil, an unusual incident occurred when a homicide suspect tried to escape from the military police squad car right after being arrested. During the ride to the precinct, he managed to break the handcuffs, opened the back door of the paddy wagon, and jumped out while it was moving, running down the street. The escape was recorded on video and quickly spread on social networks, becoming viral. Despite the effort, he was recaptured within a few minutes by the police. Besides the charge of aggravated homicide, the suspect will also face charges related to the attempt to escape the police vehicle. In 2016, the story of Thomas Thwaites, a British designer who spent 3 days living as a goat in the Swiss Alps, generated an unexpected reaction from television hosts. During a live report, they could not contain their laughter as they reported Thwaites' peculiar experience, who used prosthetics to mimic the movements of a goat. The situation went viral, with the video being widely shared on social networks. Thwaites, in search of a simpler life, spent 3 days living with goats, using prosthetics that mimicked the animal's legs.
You guys...
His experience was awarded the IG Nobel in Biology, a parody of the Nobel that highlights unusual and creative research. He also documented his journey in a book. In March of 2020, an episode of an MSNBC newscast went viral due to a math error committed live. During the broadcast, host Brian Williams and New York Times editorial board member Mara Gay discussed a post that claimed Michael Bloomberg, with $500 million spent on his presidential campaign, could have given $1 million to each American. They accepted that claim without question, leading to the post being shown on screen. The error was quickly identified. After all, $500 million divided by 327 million people, which was the American population at the time, results in approximately $1.53 per person, not $1 million. After the commercial break, Williams corrected the error live, saying jokingly that Mara and he would have gotten the same grades in math. The show's official account on the former Twitter, now X, also issued an apology and corrected the information in subsequent editions of the program. Reporter Paulo Mario Martins made a blunder during a live segment on Jornal Jorge on TV Globo in June of 2017. While covering the wake of journalist Jorge Bastos Moreno, a columnist for the newspaper O Globo, Martins got tangled up when informing that Moreno died even before being buried. The phrase, evidently obvious and confusing, probably intended to say that the journalist had died before being hospitalized. Despite the gaffe, no one corrected Paulo at the time, very likely for ethical reasons, since it could cause some embarrassment and exposure of the reporter live.
Passou mal durante a noite e foi levada para hospital em Botafogo, aqui na zona sul do Rio, mas morreu antes mesmo de ser enterrado.
The slip quickly resonated on social networks, generating jokes and memes among internet users. Neither Rede Globo nor the reporter made an official statement about what happened. An unusual interview drew attention and went viral on the internet because something happened completely contrary to what the interviewee had said a few minutes earlier. In the street interview, during a snowstorm, a couple revealed that they liked to go running in that weather, since they considered the climate ideal to feel good when they ran. The woman even says that the ground becomes stable, the snow fluffs up the ground, and the cold makes it feel fresh at the moment of exertion. However, a few seconds after the interview, they continued running, and still in front of the cameras, the woman slipped on the street and fell on her back on the ground, showing live, a fact totally contrary to what she had said moments before.
All right, thanks. We've seen a lot of people out here, like you said, running, sledding, just enjoying it. One thing, oops, That can happen, unfortunately.
For sure, not even in the best scripts would one expect a situation like that, which ended up being super embarrassing for the woman and her partner, who helped her up, and the two went on their way. In 2012, a taxi driver from Kirov in Russia lived through an unusual situation that quickly went viral. After his vehicle fell into a hole caused by a burst water pipe, he managed to escape in time. Deciding to show the depth of the hole to the reporters, he underestimated the situation and ended up falling into the water while trying to demonstrate what had happened. Despite the fall and the entire embarrassing situation, he was fine. The moment was recorded on video and widely shared on social networks, becoming a classic example of an internet meme. A notorious incident in Poland involving a television reporter and a homeless man who fell into a trash bin during a live report went viral on the internet. The episode occurred in 2017 when the reporter was broadcasting from the street and a man, apparently homeless, tried to take objects from a trash bin behind her. During the action, the man ended up falling into the container and, most bizarre of all, the reporter did not notice the situation happening right behind her. The man falls into the bin and stays there until the end of the segment.
Speciální pozornost byste měli věnovat také herečce Evě Josefikové, jejíž postava mladé doktorky.
According to reports, the production team had noticed and waited until the end of the segment to step in and help the man, who was fine. On February 15th of 2011, during a live 10 News broadcast in Adelaide, Australia, an unusual moment quickly went viral. After a report about the Ashes urn, host Mark Easton commented, "I can't understand how something so small can be so impressive." Presenter Belinda Hagen promptly responded, "Well, Mark, you would know that." Hagen's reply generated uncomfortable laughter in the studio and quickly circulated on social networks, becoming one of the most talked about moments in Australian television.
Can't understand how something so small can be so impressive.
Well, Mark, you would know about that.
In later interviews, Hagen explained that the exchange was a planned joke. She stated that Easton was known for his pranks and gags, and that she took the opportunity to repay with a witty live retort. Hagen clarified that there was no personal connotation in the joke and that both maintained a friendly professional relationship. In 2011, during the broadcast of the show Manha Gazeta, host Claudette Troiano made a gaffe that became a well-known meme. When commenting on Angolan Leila Lopez's victory in the Miss Universe pageant, Claudette mentioned the Brazilian actress of the same name, sending her a kiss live. Not satisfied with just sending the kiss, she even asks where the actress had been since she had been out of the spotlight. Immediately, columnist Marcelo Bandeira, present in the studio, informed her that the actress had passed away about 2 years earlier. Surprised, Claudette replied, startled that she had not known.
Beijo pra você, Leila Lopes. Onde será que anda a Leila Lopes?
Qual?
A Leila Lopes, atriz.
Ela faleceu, Paulo.
Ela faleceu?
Quickly, the moment was clipped by internet users, who began to spread the gaffe everywhere. Don't forget to subscribe so you can watch more videos like this.